Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. And we were into the chapter Microorganisms, Friend and Foe of class 8th CBSE. In this tutorial, we'll take up a small unit about nitrogen cycle. Right? And then after that, we'll take up few questions from NCERT textbook for our discussion. First of all, let me ask you why nitrogen is so important for us. Nitrogen is very essential for all living things. Right? Why? Because it is a part of amino acids. I repeat, amino acids. But wait a minute. What are amino acids? And why are amino acids important for us? Amino acids are organic compounds. Right? These amino acids make proteins. And what are proteins? Protein is an important building block of bones, muscles, our skin, and blood. Our growth depends on the protein. Animals grow because of the protein. So nitrogen is very important for us because it is that nitrogen which gives rise to amino acids, and amino acids results into protein. And we know that in our atmosphere, nitrogen is in very large quantity. 78% of atmosphere is nitrogen. And nitrogen is constituents of all living organisms. Plants and animals and even the humans all around. All living beings, nitrogen is very important. But nitrogen available in the atmosphere is not in the usable form. We cannot use this nitrogen which is available in the atmosphere. So here is a problem. Of course, whenever there is a rain, thunder and lightning, there is possibility of some nitrogen converting into usable form. But not always. This 78% of nitrogen which is there in the atmosphere, how can it be useful for us or plants? And this is useful because of our friends, microorganisms which is there in the soil. You must have studied rhizobium, blue-green algae. These are the friendly microorganisms. They convert nitrogen into nitrate and ammonium ion. And then it is very easy for us to absorb or for the plants to absorb nitrogen. Bacteria responsible to make atmospheric nitrogen into ammonium and nitrite ions are nitrifying bacteria. And thus, nitrogen is absorbed by the plants. And plants are nitrogen rich. And these plants are consumed by animals. And thus the cycle continues, nitrogen cycle continues, and it reaches even to the humans. But the nitrogen which is supplied to the plants are being consumed by animals. But will that be replaced back to the soil? Yes, When the animals die, they are buried underground, and then again the microorganisms, and these microorganisms called denitrifying bacteria, they convert all that nitrogen available into a nitrogen which is in the form of gas, and that goes to atmosphere. Thus how the balance of nitrogen in the atmosphere is maintained. And this is what completes nitrogen cycle. Okay, now we'll pick up quickly a few questions which are from NCERT textbook. Here we go. The first question is, fill in the blanks. Microorganism can be seen with the help of a, answer is very simple, microscope, because without the microscope we cannot see microorganism. We'll go for the next question, and you should also understand that initially when it was first time seen, microscopes were not that good enough and seen. And how are these microscopes actually made? You will study in the next higher classes that the main components of the microscopes are convex lenses. However, the previous microscopes were very crude. The answer to this question is microscope. The next one is, blue-green algae fix dash directly from air to enhance fertility of soil. Now here we shall try to understand the meaning of the word fix. What do you mean by fix? Fix is to give solution, right? And to enhance the fertility of the soil. Now understand, atmosphere contains nitrogen, right? Atmosphere contains nitrogen, but the nitrogen available in the atmosphere is not in the usable form, which means the plants directly cannot use them in its original form, right? Therefore, this nitrogen is to be converted into usable form. So this blue-green algae and some other bacteria you have studied. What is the name of that bacteria? Rhizobium. So these microorganisms convert this nitrogen which is available in the atmosphere into a very simple form, which is usable form by the plants. So the answer here will be atmospheric nitrogen. Next one. Alcohol is produced with the help of, right? Alcohol is produced with the help of dash. Microorganisms which is responsible to convert carbohydrate, that is starch, into alcohol and carbon dioxide is yeast. So remember this, yeast is used and the process is what called fermentation. So the answer is yeast. The third one, D, cholera is caused by. Now you have got two choices, one is virus, another is bacteria, and we have studied this microorganisms which is responsible for cholera is bacteria. Now question number 2, tick the correct answer. Yeast is produced, yeast is used in the production of, options are sugar, alcohol, hydrochloric acid and oxygen. Now you have already studied now, it is a sugar which is nothing but starch, right, or carbohydrate. When added to yeast, it converts into alcohol and carbon dioxide. So in short, I'll write CO2. So what is the answer here? Yeast is used in the production of alcohol, isn't it? Because alcohol is produced here. Next question. The following is an antibiotic. And what is antibiotic? Antibiotic is a substance which is used to destroy or to kill harmful bacteria or microorganisms, you can say, right? So which of these is antibiotic? It's a medicine, and you have heard this, okay? Sometimes doctors give prescriptions and they write the names of some of the antibiotics. So you can easily look at this and find out the answer is streptomycin, okay? Not sodium bicarbonate, not alcohol, and even not yeast. Yeast is a fungi, right? Streptomycin is the right answer. Carrier of malaria causing protozoa is, see, remember, it's a carrier, right? It is not a microorganism, right? So what you should write? It's a female Anopheles mosquito that will transmit protozoa which causes malaria. And what is that? Plasmodium. What is that protozoa? Plasmodium, right? So what is the answer? Female Anopheles mosquito. Next, D. The most common carrier of communicable disease is, the most common, it is not the ant, it is not the dragonfly, it is not the spider, it is the housefly, because these housefly, they sit on different places where microorganisms are more in number and they come and sit on our food, right? So answer is housefly. The bread or idli dough raises because, so here, is it because of heat, or is it because of grinding, or is it because of yeast cell or kneading, right? What happens actually when the dough is placed for a long time? It is the yeast which convert starch which is there in the dough, which is also called carbohydrates, into carbon dioxide and alcohol. So this carbon dioxide raises up and makes the dough to rise. So it is actually a growth of yeast cell, right? Now next one is process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called. Conversion of sugar into alcohol, again the same question, okay, in a different way, and just now already I have told you that is what is called process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. Well, here we have matched the following. Column A, all microorganisms, and column B, features related to all the microorganisms which is there in column A. And we have to match this information. The first one to start with, bacteria. Now look at this: fixing nitrogen, setting curd, baking of bread, causing malaria, causing cholera, causing AIDS, and producing antibody. Now here bacteria can set the curd as well as cause the cholera. right? So let us wait for this. Rhizobium, this is correct. Rhizobium will fix the nitrogen. So we can straightway write here, right? This is actually rhizobium will fix the nitrogen. Lactobacillus, again bacteria, and we know it will set the curd. Next, yeast. Yeast will help us to bake of bread. Protozoa, that is plasmodium, will cause malaria. Virus, and we know it's very popular, causing AIDS, acquire immunodeficiency syndrome, right? AIDS. And what left is now bacteria. So what should be a bacteria? Causing cholera, not producing antibody, because anything can, even the pollens, any harmful microorganisms, even the chemicals can produce antibodies. We have the answers here. Next question. Can microorganisms be seen with the naked eyes? If not, how they can be seen? We have seen in the previous questions the answers for this. Very simple question. Without the help of microscope, we cannot see microorganisms. Some of the microorganisms like mushrooms we can see, but most of the microorganisms we cannot see without the help of microscope. Well, here we end this unit. See you in the next video tutorial with the remaining questions, and then go for the fresh chapter in physics. Thank you. Stay strong, stay healthy.